Hey golfers, if you're struggling with your putting, it could be a setup issue, it could be an understanding issue, or it could be a ball position issue. And today I'm going to explain all three and show you how to make more putts more often. So as I said in the intro, your faulty putting could be the result of a setup issue or just a basic understanding issue of how the stroke works and the mechanics of the putter as it moves through space. So let me talk about the putter moving through space first. The average male out there is going to be somewhere around 5'10" to 6 foot. It's debatable, but we'll just use that as an example. If that is the case, then the putter arc is going to move off of a 9-foot diameter circle and or arc, which means from the center of the clavicle to the ground, which would be the radius, would be approximately 4.5 feet. In that instance, as the putter comes down into the ball, as it reaches the center of the stance, or very approximate to it, it's going to bottom out to the ground, and it will travel for anywhere from 2 up to 4 inches, very close to the ground with a very slight rise. And the putter face will be square to the target line for that entire time. Now, why is that important? Because if you employ the correct stroke, that means the ball position is not as reliant on being in a specific spot. It will give you some variability in your ability to put the ball where you want to at different points in time. But as far as your setup goes, that will allow you to place the ball anywhere from the back of the ball at the center of the stance, which makes it very, very simple to line your shoulders and your hips and the rest of your body up square, anywhere to 4 inches ahead of that. Now 4 inches for most, a very simple way to measure it, is just slightly less than the width of your putter. Most putter heads are anywhere from about 4.25 to 4.5 inches wide from heel to toe. So now that you have a basic understanding of that, and the understanding, if you're watching one of our other videos, and I'll link that down in the summary, is you want to set up to the bottom of the arc and not the ball. So if you have the ball slightly forward, you're not going to set up square to the ball, as that will have a tendency for you to get your chest and or your chin square to the ball. You want to set up to the bottom of the arc. So you're going to set your chin and your chest up to the middle of your stance, and then you can have your ball position wherever you prefer from there. Now, if your stance width would be the same, you would prefer that your feet would be under your hips as if you're standing having a conversation with somebody. As you can see, the center of my hip would split my ankle on my right foot, and it'll split my ankle on my left foot. Why is that important? Because for most people walking the planet that are within a certain range of the average size of the average human, that will place the middle of your stance to approximately the big toe on your target side foot within that 4-inch range. So again, you can have the back of the ball anywhere from the back of the ball at the center of your stance all the way to where it's very, very close to equal to the big toe on your target side foot. Now this is all getting to this point here. If you are struggling, you have a good setup to the bottom of the arc, and you're struggling with your face angle, the chances of you rotating either the hands, the handle, your forearms, or your shoulders is most likely the cause, as you have a face directional control issue. What you want to do is keep the thumbprints of your hand and the top of the grip very, very in line with the target line. The easy way to determine if you have worked on that to see if you were doing it correctly would be to take your setup, again, feet under the hips, and you're going to move the ball direct on the target line, but directly in front of the big toe of your lead foot, which again, if your feet are shoulder width apart, is going to be very, very close to 4 inches ahead of the bottom out point of the arc. And you're going to set up to the bottom out point, and then you're going to make strokes, and your goal is to hit the ball straight down the target line when you do that, because again, for 4 inches, that putter head will be tracking down that target line, and the face is going to be square to that. If you pull putts, then your path or the putter face is rolling to the left too soon, and if you push putts, you're rolling it in the opposite direction, and your stroke is going out to the right. So again, set up to the bottom of the arc, which is the center of the stance, ball position on the target line in front of the big toe of the lead foot, and go ahead and make your stroke, and the face should be square to the target line. For those of you that employ a wider stance because that's what feels good to you, or that's what you've been doing, that's fine too. You can do so where your feet are the width of, say, an iron shot, or even like you're going to hit a hybrid or a fairway wood. You would not move the ball all the way to the big toe of your lead foot, because that is obviously more than 4 inches. Now you're getting to 6 or 7 inches from the bottom up, or the bottom of the arc. So just make sure that if you employ such a stance, that you are 4 inches to the target side of the bottom of the arc, and you can go ahead and do the same exercise from there. So give that a try. You can do it in your office. You don't get caught. You can do it in your living room or out on the golf course, but it's a very, very good exercise to indicate if your putter is on the correct path and the face is square to that path. For some of you who are very proficient in the exercise that I just described, this is an added challenge if you think you've really got your putting stroke dialed in. So as we talked about, you're going to have your feet about shoulder width apart. Your ball position is going to be 4 inches to the target side of the center of your stance. And what I want you to do is put 2 balls on the target line, or the target line will be right between the 2 balls, and they're equal to or in front of your target side big toe. From there, the goal is to hit both balls and have both of them go straight to the target. So I haven't done this in a while. Let me see if I can do it successfully. Okay, so that one I hit the ball further away from me. It went a little further and a little faster, which means I hit them both straight and they both had a chance to go in. I just had a little bit too much toe rotation going forward. So something for me to work on. It might be minute, but as you get to 1 degree increments that can make a drastic change in your ability to make putts on the golf course from 8 to 10 feet, it could make a big difference in your scoring. Hey everybody, thank you for watching another one of our videos. If you found this useful and used it in your game, don't forget to click that like button and let us know down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to check out our podcast, one of the hottest podcasts in golf, Golf 360. If you'd like to watch another one of our videos or subscribe to our channel, you can do so right over here.